Desiree Herrera, and over here on the screen, what you're going to see, this is a saddle rack that I built. It is made of wood that I got from Home Depot. Had them do the initial cuts. Then what I did was I made the curve cut and just used a compass and a jigsaw. Most people can do it. I didn't think I could, but I did. So if I can do it, you know, make a saddle rack, I believe that anybody could make a saddle rack. So that's all been, you know, put together. I sanded it, I stained it, I put polyurethane on it. And the next step here, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna decorate this, because this is for a local 4-H and they're going to use it in an auction this month. It's the month of July. And this is going to be an auction to help benefit their club. So, with that said, here we go. So, you'll see here, I've got it on the end, and I've taken this particular transfer and I've cut it up because, quite frankly, I didn't think that I would be able to work fast enough to get all of this on here by the time, you know, the chalk dries, because I'm going to use the chalk paste. So the first thing that I will do, I'm going to take these two pieces and lay them to the side, because I'm only going to work with one piece. I'm taking this top piece and I'm just going to label that Osei does that. You know, we're just going to go Osei does that. And that's just to tell me, one, that this is the back of this particular piece and what piece it is. So let me go ahead and pull this up. Let me see if I can get it up. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. It's always, sometimes they don't want to cooperate. The first time I tried on one of these to pull it apart, I had a hard time. There it comes. All right. I'm just going to take this, hold my fingers down, and peel it up so I don't stretch it. And from here, what I'm going to do is I don't want to put this directly on there because honestly, what will happen is it's pretty sticky and that might cause a problem. So, I got my towel. I'm going to put my towel over it and I'm going to fuzz it. So this is the fuzzing part. So I'll take this and peel it right back off. Okay. And I want to do this a couple more times. I got a little piece here, not that it matters there. And I'm going to do this 2 more times. Just so that sticky, because the transfers are reusable silkscreen transfers and they have a sticky back on them, and that sticky back, it will come back and I still can use this up, you know, it depends on who's using it. You know, some people say 10 to 20, you know, 10 to 12 times. Some people say up to 50. I've got a couple that I've used over 12 times already, and I have not, you know, they're not quite as sticky as this anymore, but I'm still being able to put them on things. All right, so I'm going to call that good and lay that towel over to the side and take this and just go ahead, let me make sure I'm going to put this on here, try to get it straight. I want the star right up underneath that middle bar right there. Right there. I'm going to call that, let's see, this is sitting here, that's way over there, so I want to make sure that I'm able to get these 2 pieces in. And let's try to line this up. So I might not be quite straight up here. And let me see. I need my tape measure. Let me go grab that real quick. Just needed that tape measure because I want to measure from side to side and make sure I'm getting this, you know, somewhat straight. It's already looking like it's not straight. So this is 11.5 inches, so I want it about 5.5. So let's pull this up. I'm just gonna take this 5.5. That goes up to right about there. Right there. I'm gonna use that as my mark because that's where I need it. And then try and make sure that I am straight. So I'm just gonna go ahead and stand over here in front just so I can make sure I'm taking this right straight up. Let's see, right there. I'm gonna call that good right there. Okay, these side pieces, I'm not gonna do anything with those. So the first piece is down. And I'm trying to decide if I want to put all the pieces down and then pull them up, or put piece by piece down and pull them up one at a time. If I put them down all, then they'll be matching. I don't have them be able to match this up, which would be good. See, this with the O and this is going to be a little tough because that O is fitting real close to that edge. So these are going way right to the edge. I think I will just go ahead and work on this piece first, get this piece done, and then move on. So I have my Chalk Couture paste, and I have a little squirt gun. I think these are still pretty decent as opposed to indecent. My white paste is kind of running out here. And I have my red paste. I have been chalking a lot, just so you know. And there's my red paste. It's pretty thick. You're gonna see that. I like to scrape the edges pretty good as I'm going through that. And then mix it some more. And then here's my blue paste. Over here, just knocking off the pieces off the sides here, because I don't want a bunch of chalk crusties. I guess we could, is that a name even? Chalk crusties? I don't know. I honestly don't know if it's chalk crusties. But anyways, so here we go. I have this here. I can't see any comments, so I don't know. I haven't quite figured out whether or not there's comments here. I can see comments when I do this going over to Facebook, but I have not yet seen any comments here. But I don't know if anybody's watching, so if you're watching, once it's uploaded, maybe then you could say something. All right, so the first thing that I'm gonna do, I have this right here. It's kind of stripey, and then the star in the middle. I've got these little U-shaped things, plus this here. I'm not gonna take the rest of it because that's falling off the edge, obviously. So let's do I'm going to do these pieces in red right here. And bear in mind that, you know, I'm trying to work fast here. And it looks like I'm just going to do the whole thing because I'm already getting over the top of the star. So I'm just going to go ahead, grab this all. Right here. I'm going to go ahead and grab these. Kind of took that and grab this right here. There may be some fixing going on afterwards. All right. Now, bear in mind, again, that this is a work in progress, and this may come out great, and this may not come out great. I don't know. I'm going to go ahead and grab this and do some blue right here on these pieces. Just trying not to get it into the red. I think I got the red into that a little bit. It's okay. I'll make it work. I will make this work. And then I gotta get over here real quick. And right there real quick. I do have plenty of blue. Let's get that. All right, now I'm seeing that this is going to start drying pretty fast, and I don't really want it to dry all that fast. So I'm just going to smack some more on that, and some more on this, and a little more on this. And I'm going to grab my paper towels, and use a paper towel with some water on it. I'm going to squirt some water on it to show you this. That's what I'm going to do, so that I can put this over the top of this to keep it damp. I don't want it to dry too fast and get pulled up when I pull up the transfer, because this transfer is going to have to be pulled up, and that's going to, if it dries in the silkscreen area, what's going to happen is the silkscreen area is going to pull up that color. So I have that. I'm going to go in here. I'm going to put Osei Osei does that star. I'm going to do this part in white. So I'm just going to smack it on there as fast as I can without getting it on the S. So only on the S. Trying to get this in here, and I'm also trying not to stick my head in front of it so that you guys can see it, because this is the first time I've done this size a transfer. This is the very first time that I've done one of these transfers like this big. So if this turns into a hot mess, we're not going to speak of it, and I'm going to be doing some heavy duty cleaning because I've got to give this to the 4-H tomorrow. Uh-oh. I guess Star is going to be white. Actually, I know what I'll do. I'll do an ombre effect on that. So I'll just swoosh up some more of this. And we'll put some more of this on there, because gotta keep it from drying out. And it's kind of hot today. Not as hot as I thought it would be, but it's still a little hot. All right, that's looking pretty good. And I'll put blue right underneath it. Ooh, stuck my blue fell all the way down in there. All right, let's go ahead, really get this blue on here real fast. Just pulling it across. Get some of that off. And I did get a little bit of blue on to a little bit of white on that. I'll just clean that off in a second. But what I want to do now, because I got it all on there, I want to pull it off real quickly. There we go. All right, I meant to get that to blend. Let's see if I can blend it. No, it's kind of there. That's okay. We'll live with it. I may come back later and go over it again with something to highlight. So far, so good though. So, I'm going to move this up slightly. Move these down. And I haven't forgotten, I got to wipe that off on the blue one because I do not want to mix that white into my blue paste. So, just going to wipe that off. All right. There may be a few touch-ups, the star over there. And I'm going to just wipe this off because I don't want that little piece there. The red isn't showing up as well as I would have liked. I may have to do something about that, but I'll decide in a little bit. All right, so the next piece is this piece, and this is going to go under here. The key is that's got to be, or the land of the free. I may decide to do that slightly differently. I might decide to do something slightly differently. But for now, let me get this out and fuzzed. And the fuzzing might take place off screen because off screen may need to be the choice because I'm running out of space here. So I'm over here just shoving this down on a towel to fuzz it because I don't want it to stick too hard. You know, the wood is not, it's not as slick as some other surfaces, but it's still, you know, it can still be kind of slick because I did put polyurethane on that. All right, let's try this next one. Okay, let's see. I'm going to go towards the front because I want to be able to make sure I'm lining this up level, and this will help me. Put the O a little closer. Let's bring it up a little. All right, that's there. The O is still, that's odd. There. That is interesting because that O is not coming as close to the edge as the E, and I'm really concerned about that. Okay, that looks Good. Okay. So, the next thing is Star-Spangled Banner. And we're going to go red, white, and put this in blue, I think. Red, white, blue. The only thing about the red is it doesn't show up as well, but I'll figure out something to make it show up. So I'm going to get my red out and squeegee all the way across. That was so nice. Just went smooth across. Okay. And again, I want to make sure that I keep that a little bit damp. I don't want to get it over the star part, but I do want to keep it damp. So I'm trying to fold this like that. Let's see if that'll work. I think that'll work. Okay, red, white, and blue. So the next one is white. And I probably should have cut this squeegee down. So I'm going to go ahead and we're going to go across the word banner. There, it's across that word. And what do you think? Maybe do the red here and here. Yeah, I think I will. Just because I want to get. We'll do this. Actually, the stars are on blue. Probably should have done blue. Oh well. Life goes on, doesn't it? And take it over here. And over here a little bit. Okay, time for another paper towel. That is wet. I'm just folding it up to put it across. And the next part is blue. This is going to be blue. I think I'm just going to do the whole thing blue because, well, actually, you know what? I'll do blue and I'll blend it. Let's just take it in there and blue. I didn't have a navy blue, but I think the navy blue wouldn't have shown up as well. So I'm doing this. Kind of go like this because I'm going to blend this one. So I'm just pulling up some of that excess. There's a lot of excess there. I do want to leave some of the excess there because I'm going to blend that. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to use white again because I'm going to make this a little scary getting that close to it. Although I shouldn't be worried about it because I can wipe this off. It is completely wipeable. Alright, I'm going to put that to the side and I'm going to blend this to make it an ombre effect. Oops, didn't quite get, oh look, I missed the O. Better smack that over there. Okay, let's see if I made it. Hopefully I got it done in time. So far so good. That's looking good. And I'm taking these transfers, they will need to be cleaned off in water, but I just watched somebody do it a different way. Instead of just directly drenching it, I'm hanging it off the side until I can get to it. Okay, so far, so good. And then I'm going to slide this up, put these down here. Have some stuff I need to clean off of there. And then the last one goes on the bottom. That is Home of the Free. Let's push this. Land of the Free and Home of the Brave. So we'll do this bottom very similar to what I did at the top, where this part is red and then these circle things are blue, and then back here these are going to be red again. And I will probably go back with something and a paintbrush and the chalk paint to do some extra stuff to make some of this stuff pop a little more. So I'm taking the back off this, again, writing on the back. I'm just gonna, for this one, I'm just gonna go Free, Brave. Free, Brave. So I know that that's the back of that. And if anybody's watching, I can't see any comments. It's not popping up the way it does with Facebook, so I'll have some things to learn. So I'm just peeling this off, and then I'm going to go ahead and put this transfer down on a piece of a towel. And just fuzzing it so that it's not so sticky when I put it down onto the surface. That way it won't stick so hard. All right, so I'm gonna get up because I want to make sure I position this correctly. Get up and let's go. Let's see. Brave. I think that's going to have to do it right there. I'm going to make that where I put it. So, so far, I've gotten, Osei does that Star-Spangled Banner, Get Wave, or the Land of the Free, and Home of the Brave. So we've gone red and blue, white and blue, red, white, blue, white. So it's time for red, and I think I'll go red and white, and Brave will all be in white, because I think that that needs to stand out. Free and Brave. You know what? Let's do Free and Brave white, make this red. I think that would look outstanding. Okay, my white is starting to look a little bit tired. So I'm gonna come over here and just maybe put a little bit of water in it or something, because it's drying out pretty fast with this stencil. I know I probably should have closed it between each time, because I'm working diligently to get everything done, but apparently it's not fast enough. And the white is, I'm coming to the end of the white. And I kind of want to use one of the smaller squeegees. So I'm going to take that blue squeegee and clean that off real quick, because I don't want to use the larger one. The larger one, it's okay, but it's just a little bit too big. So I'm going to get this one that's covered in blue cleaned off so I can use it on the white. Use it in the white. Probably should have had my bucket of water, but I decided not to use that today, and because I'm just going to take those pieces in the kitchen and clean them off. All right, I think that's good. And I'll wipe it off. And I'm going to very quickly put the white on. Let's see if it gets in there. Come on, come on, come on. Right there. I need to get it right there. And oh, I still need to get right there. Right in there. The very top of that E. See, this is the part about when you go in and you cut up these big transfers. The whole point of the way that the transfer is made is that it is to be considered the whole part of the transfer and the spacing. So, anyways, let me go ahead and put a damp towel over that to keep it from drying out. And yes, this is the very first time that I have done one of these very large transfers, so I'm working hard at it. And I'm just going to put this over the top to keep that from drying out. And I'm going to go ahead and add my red, because I've decided I want to do red right here. So I'm just trying to keep this right in here. It's hard because this is narrow, and sometimes it doesn't want to go right in there. I think my red is starting to try to dry out too. I'm gonna try to get some more right in there. Right there. right there. Okay, let's plop another towel down. Squirt it up and put that down there so it stays nice and damp. And here we come with the white again, because that's what I said I was going to use. Uh-oh, I may end up with a little pink spot there. I hope not. And here it goes. And go ahead and bring this up. Squeegee it down. Probably hitting it harder than anybody else usually hits this. All right, I gotta get the top of that A. Ugh. A is getting some stuff in it, peeps. I did say that I wanted to do that. Then I wasn't doing it, and now maybe I'm going to be doing it. Okay, let's see. Did I get it? I may have to go back over that. I'm making it worse. Alright. We're going to call that good. Because if I keep going, I'm going to mess it up. Alright. Another paper towel. That's wet and damp to keep all that from drying out too fast. So I'm going to plop this down over there just so that it stops it from drying out. I got some major, ooh, might have to get a second towel because that particular lettering is pretty long. Now, remember what I had intended to do down here. Red, red, red. And these are blue. So let's cross our fingers that I get this done. Before I start, I think I'm going to kind of mix up my red chalk paste, Chalkology paste here real quick with some water to kind of keep it from drying out because it's starting to dry pretty fast. I do have that window there open and the heat of the afternoon is starting to beat down on me. All right. Okay, so let me grab some of this red paste. Not quite that much. I'm going to put it over here, over the top of that, and over there. And then some more, quite that much, right here for this. And over here. Okay, and I need to very quickly wipe off my other squeegee because I forgot I'm doing those in blue, not white. Not doing those in white. Those are getting blue. So let me grab some blue. And I'm just going to very carefully put this on here. Very carefully. And trying not to get my head in there. I hope I don't get my head in there. I hope I haven't got my head in there in front of everybody, because that's just what you guys all want to see is my fat head. All right, and get this other one. Come on, I need some blue. All right, let's pull that off and see how it looks. Cross your fingers, cross your fingers, cross your fingers, cross your fingers. Hey, it came out good. It did come out nice. I'm going to take that over there. And let's see if I can't, real quickly, I'm going to move some of this stuff out of the way. And I got to get these all closed up here real quick. Put this stuff over here. And let's see if you guys, I can move this around so everybody can see it all the way. And you'll see over there on the edge of the table, and of course I have stuff on the floor. But if you can see from the top down, that's what it looks like. I think it came out really nice. Obviously I have some touch-ups that I'm going to be working on just to kind of clean it up in a few spots. But overall, I'm pleased. Oh, I'm seeing a problem right there. It didn't come out. Oh, no. I may have to go touch that up and just go back over it, or I may wipe that off. I may wipe it off and just leave that part off because I'm seeing some issues there. But that's okay. I'm happy. I'm pleased with it. And I hope you guys learned some stuff about Chalk Couture. You can catch me on Facebook at Easy Crafters. On Facebook, that's facebook.com/EZCrafters. Okay, and you can also subscribe here. I'd appreciate it. Have a good one. Happy 4th.